Alright YouTube, we're back. Kron here, this time with 10 doable techniques, tips, and tricks to help you actually improve at Valorant. Like Brett, no cap, actually. These are things I've learned through much experience in FPS. So listen up, hang out, as I help you to push your game and get better at Valorant quicker. Why should I trust this guy and what he says? Although I'm not a professional player, I've played as an amateur in many games previous, and more relevant to you here now, I've achieved global elite in CSGO with over 6,000 hours played, and as a Cypher main in Valorant, I've climbed from Silver 3 to Diamond 3. However, all that aside, I'm really just someone who wants to give you some tools, and you can be the judge if they are helpful or not. Please do leave any advice, criticism, or ideas in the comments below. I'll be sure to respond there. And stick around to the end of the video to hear some of my insights on mentality I know will be helpful, especially to players who are new to tactical team-based shooters like Valorant. For now though, let's get into it. These are 10 things that will make you better at Valorant. Number 1. Peek and engage decisively. A nice simple trick you can employ and see instant results in your play is this. Count down 3, 2, 1, go prior to engaging in a 1vx situation. It'll help you stay focused and decisive in that moment. I stumbled across this specific tidbit of information thanks to a professional CSGO player, Kerrigan. Number 2, learn your angles, crosshair placement, and how to peek fire. Take some time away from grinding competitive to learn these. A couple ways you can do this is in the range, use the wooden pillars to practice peek firing and strafe shooting. Strafe back and forth in front of the pillar, shooting in between strafes and focusing your bullets in 2 separate clusters to the left and right. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day will help your natural count in-game when strafing and counter-strafing between shots. Do this and quickly see an increase in your winning gunfights and frags when you peek fire at enemies. Practice swinging at different widths, left or right strafe, stop and shoot. Aim to make 1 cluster of bullets, regardless of your swing. Take this to maps to gain map knowledge and increase your crosshair placement's accuracy for specific peaks around the map, like on Split from mid to ropes, or Haven from grass to garage, long A, etc. Map awareness is incredibly important. It'll aid you in better crosshair placement, and less adjustment means easier shots. So learn your angles and how to peek fire them properly. Taking time to explore the map alone in your own custom games will truly pay off in spades for you, I promise. Number 3. Learn proper shift walking, peeking, and clearing. Jiggle peek to bait your enemy's fire and gain information, or edge lock off angles until you reach your common angle to pre-aim and fire. For the most part, don't over peek or wide swing. There's a time and a place for that when engaging ops, and some other situations we'll cover in another video soon. Focus on locking off angles and peek firing with head level crosshair placement. Spike defuse in the range is a great way to practice this, as well as deathmatch and solo custom games. The shift walk is mainly for stealth and less inaccurate shots. It'll take time to understand when and where to use it to avoid detection. Play with max volume and your own footsteps are readily apparent for you to make those choices. Basically, just be mindful of the sound you're making and you will learn when to run, walk as you rotate, and peek with experience playing the game. I personally like the control of holding it, so I don't use toggle. Number 4, stay composed, stay present. This is just something we all need to hear more often. Stay composed, stay present. Consciously remember that you're facing another human being. Composure matters, especially in clutch situations and when utilizing smokes and movement within the game. Play off audio, be mindful of where you are and could potentially be. Don't give away unnecessary information and consciously think of your enemy's perspective too. Speak to yourself, stay focused, deliberate, and have intent with your actions. Number 5, know the importance of map control and map awareness. Value your life. Map awareness and map control matter a great deal. Take the time to learn the map, names of locations, and which of those locations are important for what reasons. Knowing the difference between a commonly used and crucial or contested area will help you to be more impactful in your positioning, and good positioning often leads to advantages in gunfights. Value your life each round. Think about what you are doing. Remember, you do not necessarily need to frag every round to be effective. Do not chase kills. It'll lead to throws. Controlling the map and relaying and reacting to information will win you rounds. Number 6, hold angles with proper crosshair placement, shoot, and reposition. Holding angles tight or not and repositioning can be an incredibly effective way of acquiring unanswered kills on enemy agents. Factors as to whether or not you will acquire that kill and get away are crosshair placement, positioning, and reaction. For crosshair placement, really be conscious when you are walking, running, or holding an angle to keep your crosshair at head height. This will make it that when you do see an enemy, you will have less of an adjustment to successfully shoot them. Positioning determines your advantage in a gunfight and surprise factor when engaging enemies. Do not be predictable. Reaction, readiness, and focus are self-explanatory. Stay focused and be ready to react. I often strafe slightly back and forth to mitigate their peeker's advantage and keep me locked in. Number 7, consciously click and train your aim to do so. I recommend utilizing the range, deathmatch, Kovacs, or aim labs. Build your muscle memory and comfort with your mouse. You want to think less about your shots and have them happen naturally. Often you'll die when focusing too much on aiming or lining up your shots, when you would be best served simply taking your shots with confidence that they will hit, rather than not shooting until you're sure you will hit. Again, stay composed. Take the time needed to aim and shoot with your crosshair adjustment. A shot taken and missed is always better than a shot not taken at all. And a shot taken with intent is often the winner. Number 8, communicate and manage your economy. These two matter a great deal. Learn the economy of the game and be sure to practice economy management with your team when deciding to buy, half buy, or full save. Clear, concise, and consistent communication will ultimately help your team. This is an aspect I need to work on. Learn the callouts, go on maps alone in customs, and call it out to yourself. It helps cement the names in your mind. When calming in-game, be clear, concise, and consistent in the information you relay. Avoid cluttering comms with unnecessary info, and certainly be mindful of how you are perceived by your team as well. If you are flaming or raging at your teammates, this will not make them or you play better. Strive to stay positive and stop this now. Work on your own mental fortitude so that you are able to perform and communicate your best. Work to bring comms back if they are dead. Number 9. Use game sense. Don't panic and play at your own pace. Many players tend to try and play at a faster speed than what they are capable of. The phrase slow is smooth and smooth is fast applies directly to FPS titles, and Valorant is no different. If you can smoothly move your crosshair to an opponent and track their hitbox, you will gain the expertise needed for agility over time. Flailing your crosshair around when becoming overwhelmed is never going to be a good thing. Certainly it's more common than you would expect with players. Even experienced players, when pressured enough, can see their decision making and or accuracy drop to levels far below their normal play. It's happened to me on more than one occasion, as you can see here. Again, be mindful of this. Strive to stay cool, calm, and collected. This is when you perform your best. Number 10. Play to improve and be accountable. Focus on the process, not the product. Understand you will not win every gunfight or every game. Be accountable for your own actions. Do not blame teammates, lag, cheaters, or whatever else you may rationalize your death with. You can always try to put your teammates in a better position to succeed. Be honest with yourself and learn from your mistakes. You will improve quicker. For those who are interested, I'm going to make a second video in regards to mentality, ladder anxiety, and accountability in Valorant, so look out for that. For now though, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video and learned something along the way as well. Definitely don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit me up at Unicron TV on all socials. The support is always appreciated. Until next time, heard that. Take it easy.